Hey Canucks fans, the Ottawa Senators defeated the Vancouver Canucks 2-1 in Ottawa. Let's talk about what I liked, what I didn't like, and one other thing. But before that, let's talk about the goals. Only 3 to talk about. Actually, we could have talked about 4, but the first one was actually called back. It was Chabot going around Virtanen and then causing some interference. Incidental contact, but knocks Holtby. Holtby's not able to make the save on the next Ottawa shooter, so that goal gets called back. Still 0-0. But soon after that, Josh Norris opens the scoring for real for Ottawa. And it was Edler got it to Schmidt. Schmidt got pressured on the right boards and inexplicably tried to put it back to Edler across the middle of the ice, across the blue line. You know what's going to happen. Tkachuk picks it off. Then he's going on a 2-on-1 with Norris. Schmidt tries to get back after that horrible giveaway, but in trying to get back, slides right through the crease, slides right by, and then Norris is able to take his time, use Tkachuk as a decoy, and put the puck past Holtby. Holtby got a bit of it, but I think it went under his right arm or right over it. Regardless, it hit Holtby on his right side, but the puck goes in. Ottawa up 1-0, 10 minutes and 22 seconds into the period. Josh Norris from Brady Tkachuk. But the Canucks tied it up soon afterwards. Good pressure in the zone. Tyler Mott gets tripped up behind the net, but then Sutter gets the puck, rims it around to Myers. Myers right point to Juolevi on the left point. This time it does get to the left point, and Juolevi with a wrist shot through traffic, and he scores. He scores the second of his career, and it's from Myers and Sutter at the 14:07 mark. Really like the way that Juolevi gets pucks to the net. Reminds me of Hamonic. Both Hamonic and Juolevi are good that way. Got a puck to the net and got traffic in front of Hogberg. I've been calling him Holberg, but apparently it's Hogberg. And then it's 1-1 going into the first intermission. Second period, only one goal. It was after some sustained pressure by Ottawa in the Vancouver zone. Edler and Schmidt out there again, like the first goal. And this time they couldn't clear the puck from behind their own net. Tkachuk does a nice backhand pass to the slot where Batherson is waiting, and he puts it past Braden Holtby. So that's Batherson from Tkachuk. Tkachuk getting his second point of the game. That's at the 11:41 mark of the second period. So just past the halfway point of the game. And the Ottawa Senators are up 2-1. We go into the second intermission. Jake beats me 3 times in ping pong, although all 3 games were quite close, but still he's proving that he's the better ping pong player. I can admit that. I'm not afraid to admit that. So even though I couldn't come back and beat Jake, I was hoping Vancouver would come back and beat Ottawa. They had a couple chances, but they didn't look super dangerous in the third period. And Ottawa was able to shut the door and hold on to their 1-goal lead for the victory. So final score, Ottawa 2, Vancouver 1 in a game that the Canucks needed to win. It wasn't a must win, but basically all the games are, in essence, must win if the Canucks do want to make the playoffs. Made even worse, Montreal Canadiens beat the Calgary Flames also by a score of 2-1. So Montreal now goes back up to 10 points up on Vancouver, and they still with those 5 games in hand. It looked a little bit better when it was 5 games in hand, 8 points, but now it's 5 games in hand, 10 points back. So let's talk about what I liked. The Canucks once again dominated the faceoff circle, 59% to 41%, and the Canucks did kill off the 1 Ottawa power play. But that's basically it. And when it comes to the hustle stats or the stats, faceoffs and the penalty kill was okay. Obviously, I like Juolevi's goal. I like Juolevi's game. He played another 15 minutes tonight, and he's been solid. And I think down the road, and I've said this a couple times, I think he can top out to be a second pairing left side defenseman. He's got a bit of a way to go, but I still think the potential is there. So I liked Juolevi's game. I thought Braden Holtby was fine. He made he saved 25 of the 27 Ottawa shots. The 2 that beat him, can't really blame him, and he made some really good saves, especially as the Canucks, to keep the Canucks within 1 of Ottawa in the third period. Also, I thought Bo Horvat and Tyler Mott were noticeable. Obviously not on the score sheet, but Horvat did have 4 shots on goal and 1 hit and won 73% of his faceoffs in 21 minutes of ice time. And Tyler Mott, he had 2 shots on goal and 5 hits in just under 14 minutes of ice time. So, not a lot to choose from when it comes to the forwards, but I thought that Horvat and Mott were among the more noticeable players. I thought JT Miller was noticeable as well. He had 3 shots on goal and 2 hits in 18 minutes of ice time. So maybe those are 3 of the forwards that I thought were good. Guys like VC and Boyd were once again quite invisible, and that's not good for as they try and increase or build on their chances to stick with the team. So what I liked Juolevi, I liked Holtby's game, I liked the faceoffs, I liked our penalty kill, and I liked elements of Horvat, Mott, and Miller. What didn't I like? Well, I didn't like Nate Schmidt's giveaway. That was pretty bad, and Nate Schmidt has been playing really well ever since a rocky start, but I thought today that was a poor decision. And all he had to do was eat the puck, bury it in his feet, put it down the boards, to try and go back to Edler across that's my dog Mickey running in front of me, but that's okay. To try and go back to him, obviously led to that goal and didn't really play well. I granted he was scrambling to get back, trying to make a play, but he took himself out of the play by sliding in and past Holtby. So I didn't like that. I didn't like how he was on for the other Ottawa goal as well. So both Edler and Schmidt ended up at -2 tonight. Not their strongest game. Canucks only had one power play, and I'm not going to fault them for going 0 for 1, but this is a game where you need to create chances. You need to make Ottawa take penalties, and the Canucks didn't do so. And so I think that was another thing is give that power play more chances to click. So only drawing one penalty on Ottawa. Granted, Ottawa only drew one on Vancouver. So there's only 2 power plays in the entire game, both teams going 0 for 1. But that's still something that I would have loved to see Vancouver do better. And that is indeed get more power play chances. I hinted at this as well. I think some of our bottom 6 guys were invisible. I thought Mott was good, as I mentioned, but VC, Boyd, Highmore, and Harlock actually Highmore had 3 hits, but Harlock had a quiet game as well. You want Harlock to do well against his former team. So I just think not only were our top 6 guys not producing, but our bottom 6 guys weren't producing. Another thing, I was driving home, so I didn't get to see it, but I understand that the Canucks had 2-on-1s on the same shift. Hoglander getting a good chance on one of them and then missing the net on the other. So you're not going to blame the rookie, but you would love to see him try and you'd like to see him finish on one of those 2 chances. Obviously, he's trying his best to, but it just wasn't in the card. So, I'm not going to crap on the Canucks tonight. It was only a 2-1 loss, but these are games that the Canucks need to win as their runway becomes shorter and shorter, as they're running out of games to catch up, and as the Montreal Canadiens won tonight. So once again, the Canucks are behind the Montreal Canadiens by 10 points, and they have 5 games in hand. One other thing, tonight is a night where you miss Elias Pettersson. Obviously, when the Canucks only score 1 goal, you want all the offense you can get, and PD is our most gifted offensive player. We don't know how long he's going to be out for. We don't know if he's going to try and play through his wrist injury or if he's going to wait. Whatever it is, whether it's on the power play or especially at even strength, 22 minutes a game of Pettersson is much better, obviously, than 20 to 22 minutes without him and playing an entire game without him. You notice when we get shut out by Ottawa 3-0 on Thursday night, or losing 2-1 tonight, that's a lack of offense, and that concerns me. That means in the 2 losses, we've scored 1 goal, and it's not like we're playing against a first or even second string goalie. We're playing against a third string goalie. So these are games where I think PD would thrive and would really take care of business and be a big difference maker. So we hope Elias Pettersson comes back if it makes sense for him to do so. But obviously his health comes first, and doesn't make sense to make him come back in a strange season just as this. I want to give a shout out to my Hall of Fame members: Jens95, Simalexander, Justin Credible, nucksfan number 29, Lucas Gates, Chris Seifried. Yes, I learned how to say his name, and Adam Broomfield. Thanks for your support. And thanks to the support of all members of all levels, you are listed in my video description. If you want to become a member of the CCC Crew, press the join button underneath this video or any of my videos, or on the memberships tab on my YouTube channel. So leave a comment below. Tell me what you like. Tell me what you didn't like. Tell me one other thing. Am I being too harsh? Am I being too lenient? How are you feeling after this big 2-1 loss to the Ottawa Senators? Leave a comment below. I'll read, react, and reply as always. Subscribe if you'd like to. Like this video if you'd like to. Become a member of this channel if you'd like to. Hopefully my interview with CTV that I tweeted about, it plays tomorrow. I'm looking forward to that. And join me at 7:15 for my post-game live stream, and at 10 p.m. for Canucks After Dark, me and ParkersPucks. I'll leave the links to both of those in the video description. Stay safe, stay healthy, take care of yourselves, and take care of each other. Have a great night. God bless, and go Canucks go.